I welcome all of you. And for me, it was a very nice experience to prepare for the week, but it was not such a preparation. It was more living forward into this week, because we have, when you look at the course material, it says, go your path, overcome now what speaks against making your steps, find the golden thread, because now, the coming week is a sort of conclusion. And the idea is, let now things flow into each other, what we have been doing. But suddenly I realized, no, it's a festival, what we are going towards. And it's not a one-day festival, not a one-hour festival. It's a one-week festival. And I will explain later what's behind it, why it's a true idea. So you really can look forward to what we will try, what will be around us next week. And in a way, when we now look back to what happened in the last week, it was, like knocking on the door, that this can come. When you have a sort of musical, some scale, you go through a musical experience of a scale, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, si, the seventh, before the octave comes, it's longing that it can come. And what we did on step 7, the practicing astonishment, not just being astonished, but practicing is, I'm part of it, I'm in it, I make it possible, I experience that, I experience astonishment, I experience something opens up when I have this attitude. This is in a way the door opener for that things can come. So we went through a 7-step scale together. We practiced astonishment on step 7, that number 8. And now things can flow together, can start carrying me, becomes possible. This I will explain later. Now it's, how did you experience astonishment? And you notice it's a door opener. What did you do, with it? How much did you feel yourself when you practiced to observe astonishment, be astonished, when you went through different steps? I wish you a great exchange on this. And the meaning of these exercises in a way that we discover, not things which we like, but that what we discover, that we notice, that's very likable. And this astonishment, that it is a sort of, there are so many things which one can be surprised about. I would now like to look at what we could do this week, because we have gone through all steps. There aren't more, 7. And the octave, the 8th, always is just the fulfillment. You go a path, and then, the octave, the fulfillment. And what is the fulfillment in an octave? It's the same tone with which you have started. In a way, it's yourself. So in an octave, you who started a search, a quest, and went through step 1, step 2, step 3, and in step 8, you come towards you like a surprise. Wow, And the interesting thing is that when you go into the tones of the music, you feel striving, you climb a ladder. And in the octave, you are not again making a step. No, you have the seventh. And then the octave, you just let go, it's coming. And that's the invitation. That's what I meant with festival. You are allowed to let it come. And what do we want to let come? Yeah. Maybe we choose what do we want. Yeah, we don't want to have everything to come, but it has to do with what we were searching for and what was the main something in our, inner, when we did this journey. It was, and that was the words which came to me when I was preparing for this week. It was, you may. You may be the way you are. You may go forward. You may, be as you are. And that's somehow the invitation for this week, that in a way, you look back to the 7 steps we went through. And in week 1, week 2, we had sort of tasks. We tried to experiment with certain things. Yeah? So we put a certain striving into it and then we exchanged on it. And when we now look back, the striving has happened. We can now just say yes to it. Be how you are. You may be how you are. You may have a thin, a certain overexcitability in yourself because your inner grounding is not so strong as with thick-skinned people. You may, that's okay. You may, when you look at the next level where we dealt with the perfectionism, you may have a tendency towards it because you know that's the feeling for harmony behind it, which you want to give a certain existence. And that's the way you can imagine to get there. You may, it's inevitable when you have the feeling of what is possible in you. You may get lost level 3 in the many different possibilities because you feel behind it there's a striving which is just you want to meet the richness of the world because in a way it lives in you. So when you go back, you understand it's okay. It's sometimes painful, it's sometimes not appropriate, but it's okay. And then level 4, setting boundaries, it's not easy. It's not easy anyway. And so for me, who has experiences what is there and what feels the other, and now setting boundaries, it doesn't feel just maybe, just because I need it. And so it's okay to feel what is needed, and it can be a win, it can be a profit for both of you, but it's hard for me, and that's okay. And then the next level, do you remember? This compassion, that maybe you become over compassionate, you over giving or whatever. Okay, it's streaming love, it's okay, and maybe if you would feel your inner voice more clearly, it would transform a little bit the way you give it. You would more listen to the resonance. What is it doing with that person? But there is this love in it, so it's okay. And it takes time to find the balance. And if you can advise everyone, but not yourself, you don't blame yourself. It's okay, that's so normal, Maybe by helping others, I slowly learn to help myself. It's okay that it takes time. And then my senses are just overwhelming me that I just must close all windows, from time to time, and maybe suddenly I do it just suddenly. Nobody understands why I'm just like this at the moment. It's okay, You may be like this. Yeah? To practice this attitude towards yourself. That's, if you want to call it a task, call it a task. But it's just a playful looking back at yourself. And the invitation is do it on this different levels, discriminate, discover this. Yeah? And the belief is, and that is the red golden thread through everything, what we did, is the belief is that through perception, through perceiving something lovingly with an inner yes, you strengthen it. Yeah, you grow. Yeah, you don't have to change it. And now, in week 8, yeah, we have gone through these steps, and we went through them like this. The invitation now is have them in front of you, like like a set of cards, like this, horizontally, just flattened out like this. Yeah, that it's not a striving anymore, it's a panorama. Yeah, okay. And then maybe this things start interweave with each other. Yeah, and slowly this is not so perfect, and this is also not very perfect, but it's okay. There's such a lot of love behind it. And then suddenly these things start balancing each other. They form a net which then can carry you. Yeah. That's something, we can just open our minds towards this. And when you have done this attitude, then you can look what is said in the course, think about what is my golden thread in my life, what were my beliefs, depending on how old you are, 50 years ago, 20 years ago, 10 years ago, 2 years ago, a few weeks ago, what's going through my life, what wants to live through me, what wants to live in me. Ask these questions. Or maybe where these tasks are described in the course, you will also find a meditation. You could just have present a little bit during the week. It's a meditation given by Rudolf Steiner, already very early 1906. In the pure rays of light, the brilliant deity of the world appears. In pure love for all beings shines the divinity of my soul. I rest in the deity of the world. I will find myself in the deity of the world. And maybe you can sense a little bit why we put it into the context of high sensitivity. In the first paragraph, you read that there's this beauty of the world, the fullness of the world in the light around us. And that's actually where highly sensitive people are very open towards it. Yeah? But this also is the challenge. In the second paragraph, it says, and there is the quality of love in you, love for everything, and there you experience the divinity of yourself, of your soul. Yeah. And that you learn to see this love area is a similar big space than the world around you. And then there comes a sort of promise that we can learn to be in the world with our soul, which highly sensitive people do, but that we can learn to rest in this light-filled world around us. Yeah, I rest there. And the next step is even then, and I will not lose myself when I learn to rest in this richness of the world around me. I can even find myself. Yeah? So that's a few thoughts of mine about this text. I'm sure you find different approaches connecting it to the gift you have through your high sensitivity, the challenges you have through your high sensitivity, and the gift you are through your high sensitivity. And if you agree, I would try to support it a little bit with Eurythmy now, and I invite you to join. And like always, I say, take the space to feel well in. Breathe and arrive at yourself. And today, I just bring one eurythmy exercise, which is called I think speech. It's a basic eurythmy, you can say, meditation, gesture meditation. And then we accompany it with the consonant L. Yeah? And in this meditation I've just read to you, there's this relationship of soul and world. And then let's use this I think speech exercise now to use it, to experience it as if it would let us experience the soul in different ways, or space, the realm of our soul. So take a little bit of time to arrive at yourself. Let your inner react. Let it breathe and slowly let go. And notice the realm of your heart, of your lungs, of your chest doesn't become empty. On the contrary, it makes you upright and light. Let your breath react. Support it in reacting and relax and make it stay. The I think speech exercise are 6 positions. And I just explain them while we are doing them. You start at the center, at your center, at the heart. You feel your fingertips and you feel into left and right. Let you stay connected with your heart. And so, after a while, you form a cross. And just imagine you are in the space of your heart, of your soul. And you find orientation. Then the right leg makes a little step to the side. And the arms come up a little bit to the height of the throat. Yeah. It's a little bit more active. And again, you feel into the space as if it would be your space. Then take the left leg as a symbol for relaxation. Yeah. And just let go a little bit. Yeah, the step is broader and feel down to this realm of your heart, of your diaphragm. Maybe you even lean a little bit forward. Yeah, I'm here. Then again, right leg, again to the side. It won't become bigger. Yeah, and then form a big diagonal cross. Yeah, so big is my soul. My fingertips can try to reach, hardly reach its borders. And my feet feel down to it. Yeah, and then bring the left leg in. Let the hands come down a little bit as if you would bring the heaven, invite the heaven to touch your skull, your head. And then bring the right leg in, close your arms to a parallel, that you feel as if, yeah, heaven and earth just stream towards each other through you. And then return to your center. Breathe. How does your uprightness feel now? Right. make a little step. We do it 2 more times, and if your arms get heavy in between, you just relax, yeah? Make them feel good again, and then you just join again, yeah? You'll find everything well explained in the videos anyway. So just feel good. So when you just turn your hands a little bit back, and then let them rise without weight. Yeah, like wings. And then you feel the space behind you. And this space behind you somehow represents the space of our inner voice, of our inner being. Yeah? And then you let it sink again. And you just feel this beauty of this space. Beautiful. Then you make a step forwards or backwards, that doesn't matter. And then you have the feeling the space you have just felt is around you. You are in it. From the center of your heart. Create this feeling into the horizontal, into the infinity. And your uprightness is also infinite. Orientation. Right leg activity comes a little bit. It lifts my hands to the height of my throat. I lean a little bit forward. I become active. I act. But feel it in your soul, the potential for activity. Left leg, relax a little bit. Let go. And feel the potential in your soul to look back at what you have been doing, to receive the resonance. Right leg, even broader. Wow. Reach out. Yeah? Arms and legs into the infinity. So big is my soul. So beautiful. Then left leg comes in. Yeah? And let the heaven touch your skull. And then use your body that you would have what you've just experienced outside. It's very fine, you have it inside also. And then close your legs, and because you have felt it inside, what was outside can now stream through you. Let go. Breathe. Relax your arms. Be happy, effortless. One little step just to relax. And the words are very simple. They are invitation to bring into one, in a few words, what I've just tried to describe a little. And when it says speak, speech, it means when I speak, I express myself. So when I speak, every deed is an expression of myself. So speaking means I bring my inner into the outer. That gives the name to this meditation. Arrive at your heart. Stay connected with your heart. Left and right. Up and down. I speak. Right leg. Sorry. I think speech. I prepare for speaking. Now right leg. Now the activity comes in. I speak. And now left leg, broader, let go, resonance. I have spoken. And it's always taking place in your soul in which you stand. Right leg. I seek myself in the spirit. My soul is so big, it reaches the spirit. Left leg comes in. The heaven blesses me. I feel myself within myself. Feet together, right leg. I am on the way on earth to the spirit in my soul, to myself. Where I carry it in my heart. And breathe and relax. Move your arms a little, make a step. Yeah? And then we now think, there is the wells of our soul which wants to connect with our life. We use the L to support us, to remind us of what, to become flexible. And the L also can start in this position between the upper and the lower. And then it somehow embraces the space, the earthly space, in a loving gesture. And then it is the fingertips, it brings us to our heart. It's a certain kind of darkness, but I can use the forces of my heart to turn the dark into light. And then let it unfold in blossoms, in seeds, in beauty, until it has given what it has to give and returns to earth. It's like a circle of life, diving into, the flow of life, taking it to your heart, rejuvenate it, let it blossom, but not fly away. Stay here, stay here. Wow. And let go. So L is not a circle, L is a constant transformation. And when we do it small, just maybe in front of the heart, then you can just have your fingers like this, and then you just let them go, and they connect with what is there, and then they bring it to their heart. And now really use your muscles here, that I do not turn my hands, but I use my chest, and I send this energy, and with this I turn my hands and let it blossom, come back, sink into the earth again, collect what is there, bring it to my heart. And again, I work in my body, with my heart forces. I bring this transformation about. And the hands just pick it up. It happens in the hands, but it's done in here. And when you have this transformation here, it's the transformation between darkness and light. So that's still, when you've got it easy to understand and you do it, you transform it into the light. But you have it also the other way around. When you come from the sphere of light, you slowly must transform it into the sphere of darkness. And who is doing this transformation? Okay, you come to your heart. You transform dark into light. And maybe you have a big heart, and it's also your heart which then says, yes, you are light. Slowly, slowly, slowly move into the darkness and continue your path also there. And come back to your heart. Breathe and let go. So the idea in this L now is maybe I have two hearts, one heart, boom, 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 working here, and another heart, speaking to me, supporting me, my heart also from there, in this transformation process. Now, when we want to help the L as supporters generating flow, yeah, you can just do it this way, that you have your hands just next to your body, and then you slowly bring it forward as if you would steer water, yeah, a little bit forward. Then you make your hands broad, you go back with your hands, you come together with your hands, and then you come forward again. Yeah, it looks like two circles, but it has the quality of it. Yeah, I stream together, and now just stand a little bit like this. Yeah, one step in front, the other behind, and when the hands come forward, the water, try that this brings your leg along. When the arms become wide and stream back, it brings you a little bit back in the back leg. When the hands come forward again, listen to your leg. When does it want to follow? Wow. Yeah, it's so nice. And then it brings me back. And with my heart, I somehow feel into this process. Yeah, the leg comes along with the arm. The stream brings me back. And maybe a last time, the streaming forward brings my leg along. The streaming backward brings me back on my leg. And maybe now don't do a step, you just stream forward, it brings you forward. And now when you stream back out there, maybe it can take your leg back. Streaming forward brings you a little bit forward. And streaming backwards takes your leg along. Forward. And it's the heart which connects hands, water, legs. Everything done through perception. L. Last step, if there's still space, be careful. And close your legs. Arrive at your center. Breathe and let go. And so that this L is transformation, it deals with bringing our light, our soul forces into our life forces. And it also helps us to, flow means that your soul is in what you're doing. It's not just blocks, it's ensouled. And so what the meaning is, or what you bring, can live in it. Yeah? It becomes flexible. Okay, and now our last something with the L. Because it's a transformation process and it can transform dark into light, you can use it as a sort of picture also for you cleansing yourself, or maybe you clean windows, in a playful thought. So just imagine you have your hands here, and here's a bucket of water. And then you bring your hands into this bucket of water. There you will find a sponge or a towel, a cloth. You take it, you wring it until it has the right moisture. And then you open it and spread it, and you clean a window. Now you can practice that you really suddenly have the feeling, I can see more. It's becoming brighter. So you go into this bucket, you get this cloth, you squeeze it a little bit, you spread it on the glass of the window, you wipe it, and your heart suddenly, wow. Yeah? Okay, and then let go. And when we now just said we went through 7 steps during our our course, yeah, what we did. And you have fairy tales where the prince is trying to rescue a princess and she's in a tower, yeah, and then she gets tasks she has to fulfill. We can imagine that we somehow tried at the task, tried to cleanse our tower, yeah, window by window. And this, yeah, we just maybe do it one time, but we have to imagine we stand like a tower in peace. Huh? We have done, I think, speech. We have done L. I rest in the deity of the world. And then just be out there, be the prince, and then you just go into the forest. You discover there's a tower. You go in this tower in the basement. You find the first window. You take the cloth and you wipe, clean this window. And you suddenly see, yes, it's getting bright. I can look out of the tower. And you go up to the next floor. You find another bucket of water. And you cleanse this window. Oh, yes, it's getting bright. I can see, I can look out. It's not only getting brighter, I see something. Next floor. Just try to look out subtly. Then you reach the fourth floor. In our course, it was the heart level. Yeah, setting boundaries. Yeah, emotions. I can look through it. Then floor number 5, compassion. Floor number 6, decision-making, consciousness. What is the right thing to do? And level 7, where we dealt with our senses, astonishment. I can look through it. I can be astonished. I can be. And that just let go. Stand upright. And maybe just feel towards your heart. And now it's up to you to decide. Does it just feel right to be like this and let it work on myself? Or maybe you feel ready to bring what you carry in your heart and make a step forward. I am here to meet you, or to meet what wants to talk to me. And again, return to your heart. Don't push yourself to anything. Relax, let go. And carefully sit down and listen to the resonance. Do it slowly, that what you have been doing can come along with you. What does what we tried to touch, tried to do with you? What do you meet when you open your inner eyes? How do you feel your legs? And how your arms? And is it different to how you perceive your body? And in your body, do you experience a lot of movement, waves, or is it more a silent experience, more space-wise? And how do you perceive your breathing in this space? Is it wide and active, calm and contained? And if contained, is it limited, or is it contained into an inner space, which maybe is also vast? And how did the perception of your legs and arms change in the meantime? And what kind of mood do you meet when you look into your inner? And when you ask your inner, your body inner, how are you looking towards next week? What is it? What is he answering? Yeah, that's the invitation. Take what you have been doing over the last 7, 8, 9 weeks and go through it just memory-wise through the different steps. And look, how is it living in your every day, in your presence? Yeah, maybe you pick a few things out. And then ask the questions. What did it do to me? What did this course bring to me? So don't now practice, but just in this question, what did it do to me? Use it again as a perceptive process. Not just I want it, but what did it do to me? And when you perceive something, you're strengthened. That's the theory, yeah? So ask this question. What did I gain from it? What is developing in me? And if you allow it, on Thursday, we might send a short questionnaire, just 1 or 2 questions, yeah? And if you want, answer it, that also we get a little bit of impression of the wealth which might have come to us through our activities. Yeah. So what did this course do to me? These exercises. Do it for yourself. And if you want to share a few words with us, feel free. Yeah. We will send the invitation on Thursday. And now I wish you a great exchange with your group mates, with the group leaders, and a wonderful week. Yeah. All the best. And we are looking forward to see all of you next week when we then celebrate together what has happened.